Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Eddie, and I am here today on March 28th, 2022. Hopefully, you're having a great day. And I'm here to talk about, or share my thoughts and my views, my opinions about this whole Will Smith and Chris Rock fiasco. So, let me start off by saying, first and foremost, this happened in the United States. And in the United States, we have something called freedom of speech. Okay? So, within our Constitution, we have the right to speak freely about just about anything. We could talk about anything underneath the sun as long as it does not. You can't shout fire in a crowded theater because that is uh, not constitutional. But outside of that, you can basically say anything that you want. However, sometimes what you say can have an effect. So, what happened was that last night during the Oscars or Emmys, whatever that is, I'm really not into the actual show or award ceremony or what have you. But I watched the incident. But long story short, it's always about saying something that causes somebody else to react to what you said. And this can be applied to any, like, just for example, uh, certain words. Some people, such as Caucasian or white people, aren't comfortable saying the N word. Okay? And however, it's not, they can say it. It's in freedom of speech. You can say the N word all you want. There's nothing against the law saying that you can't say the N word, and it's good. It's good that way. However, if you do say the N word and you're white, and or sometimes you just call somebody that in their face, and you know there will be consequences. You might get that left hook, you might get that overhand right, you might get that uppercut, or what have you. And that was a consequence of you saying that, of the white person saying the N word, or somebody reacting bad to the N word. Now, the second action, freedom to assault, is not within the Constitution. Freedom of speech is, freedom to assault is not. You cannot cause bodily harm to another individual. Okay? So, somebody can say the N word all they want, but you have no right to hit them. That's not within your right. They have the right to say whatever they want out of their mouth. But you or another person does not have the right to assault someone. Okay? Not in the United States. Now, I'm not going to say what he did was right or wrong. Either one. Chris Rock may have said a bad joke. But that's within the freedom of speech under the rights Constitution. And Will Smith, he had the right to be offended. He had the right to get mad, but he did not have the right to go and assault someone that was not threatening him. So The way that I look at it is, okay, should Will Smith have done that? No. Do I understand why he did it? Yes. It's not. It doesn't make a difference if I agree with what he did or not. But it's not in the Constitution, and it is not protected. So you cannot go and assault someone because they said something that you did not like. You cannot go and assault someone because they talked about your wife, or about your girlfriend, or about your mama, or called you the N-word. It's not within your right to do. You cannot assault people. Why? Well, first of all, in Florida, it's where I'm at. If someone is coming towards you like that, you have the right to stand your ground and shoot them. Period. Chris Rock was in Florida and somebody rushed the stage, he had the right to shoot him. And that's within the Constitution. Okay? When someone is physically coming towards you and you feel threatened, you have the right to stand your ground and shoot them. So, and even still, after he got slapped, Chris Rock had the right to defend himself and shoot him in Florida. And he would have been well within his right to do so. Now, obviously, this was probably not staged, although it could have been staged. But, you know, this is the movie stars, and from what I understand, he was in a movie recently that kind of depicted him as a strong, aggressive figure. So maybe he was into this role, or maybe it was part of the set. Who knows? Who knows? You know, Hollywood, there's no telling what Hollywood. So you have no constitutional right to assault anyone, physically assault anyone. Now, verbally, you have freedom of speech. Somebody has the right to say whatever the fuck they want to say, but you cannot physically go and assault someone. Now, let's go ahead and go meta on this. Did this behavior help the black community or hurt the black community? Did this situation, the image of the situation, help the black community or hurt the black community? Here you have two black multimillionaires, and you have Will Smith, who's been in tens of movies, maybe hundreds of movies, I don't know, coming up on the stage and assaulting another black man for millions to see. So, again, is this helpful to the black community or hurtful to the black community? Or what's going to happen when allegations arise that says Will Smith assaulted someone else in the past? Would it be more believable now or less believable now? Probably more believable now. What's going to happen when the next movie star, the next athlete is accused of assaulting someone? Is it going to be more believable now or less believable? Regardless of if it's true or not, here we have a black multimillionaire assaulting another man on stage in front of everybody. So if he does that in front of everybody, how does that make other black men look or think? Will other cultures be more likely to engage with black men now, or less likely to engage with black men now? I would say less likely to engage with black men. Because why? Well, it shows right here. Assaulting another black man on stage. So, I mean, this didn't even happen backstage. And it's just a bad look all around for blacks. All around bad look. And it's just really no excuse. No excuse. What is this going? Let me ask you this: is this going to help the black youth or hurt the black youth more? We already have enough killings with people getting shot over stepping on somebody's shoes, talking bad on social media. That's already happening. That's already happening. So is this going to escalate the situation or de-escalate the situation as a black community? I'd say it's going to escalate the situation. These are supposed to be leaders. I don't know who follows them, but probably people do follow them because they're multimillionaires and they have millions of followers. So obviously people follow them. So what's going to happen? What if Jada comes out and says that he's hit her before? Will it be more believable now or less believable now? Because if he assaults someone in public on stage, who knows what goes on behind closed doors? And from my understanding, well, I'm going to speculate, but again, this is not good for anybody that's involved. And again, I'm not siding with Chris Rock. However, the Constitution does side with Chris Rock. And Will Smith should be technically arrested for assault. End of story. End of story. He should be arrested. If it was any one of us that didn't have $1 million, or wasn't a millionaire, or wasn't famous, we'd be arrested on the spot. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. So, and again, he took matters into his own hands, which is, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What Chris Rock said about his wife is bad, terrible, and he had the right to get offended. And he assaulted Chris Rock, and he should do the time. Period. And I'm sure he wouldn't fight it. No, you really can't fight that because you assaulted a man on TV. Like, on stage. So, I think he should be arrested. And I mean, they'll just give him he probably wouldn't even stay in jail, but he may learn a lesson, and it will teach people that no one is above the law. Think about, all these people who, all these millionaires who break the law like this. This is against the law. You can't assault anybody. And there's no punishment for them. See, in the eyes of the law, Lady Justice is blind. No. I think Chris Rock should press charges. Or else, if he doesn't press charges, this is what's going to happen. If Chris Rock does not press charges, this is going to become the norm. Where people are going to come up on stage, get their moment of fame, and assault people because they didn't like what they said. And this can only end bad. This can only end in a bad situation where Chris Rock or someone on stage is going to have a gun. Or somebody in the audience may have a gun. You can't do this. This is why it needs to be nipped in the bud right now. This needs to be made an example that you cannot assault anyone without being punished. You cannot assault people without being punished. Period. Now I heard that the LAPD is waiting on Chris Rock to, make a decision on what he's going to do. But at the same time, from my understanding, is that they can press charges. He broke the law, and LAPD can press charges without a victim. Even if Chris Rock said he didn't want to prosecute, the attorney could still go forward. From my understanding, I'm not a lawyer or an attorney. But this needs to be nipped in the bud. Chris Rock isn't just representing Chris Rock. Chris Rock is representing everybody, all comedians, everyone on stage who's at a live audience. That's who Chris Rock is representing in this case. He would be representing everybody on stage, from the musicians to the comedians to the actors. If you go up and assault someone on stage, you will be arrested. Period. That is the message that needs to be sent, or else it's going to get out of control. And those are my thoughts about this situation. Please like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you have a great day. And I'm out. Make sure to check out my book, How to Bitcoin, the $1.7 trillion cryptocurrency scam. After reading this book, you will see how millions of people are being scammed by the cryptocurrency industry. Buy it on Amazon. Have a great day.